Wow, another tier list streamer? You sure are creative, aren't you? That's right, chat member. I am. How did you know? Welcome to this year's Halloween tier list. Whoa! What is it? What is the tier list today? It is about Halloween costumes. What specifically about Halloween costumes? Well, picture, if you will, a Touhou character in a Halloween costume. How did they get in there? What were they doing? What was the reason? Have you ever thought? Of course you haven't. That's why you're watching me think for you. Duh. So, the idea I had was to essentially not to be like, oh, this character will dress as this character will dress as that, but more so like kind of group them up based on like circumstances and also kind of like how they would dress up. So, for example, a character like Cherno would, she would her costume wouldn't be scary, it would be goofy. And then you have a character like Sega, and her costume would definitely be one of those more modern Halloween costumes. But also characters who like wouldn't actually dress up. And for those characters that wouldn't actually dress up, trying to tier them based on circumstance as to why they would end up dressing up. Like, why would Sakuya dress up? Well, Sakuya would probably dress up because she was forced to, or she had to do it. Stuff like that. That's the idea here. Okay, all right. Is everybody on the same page? Are we ready to start? Yes, no, maybe. Anybody need to go? By the way, chat, triangles. I have 25 new emails. Okay. I got 25 new emails regarding triangles. Yep. Seems good to me. I wonder how many of those are actually Oh. All right. So, Halloween costumes. Reimu. Why would she dress up? Why would she dress up? This is an easy one. Just let me figure out how to word it. Believes it will what's the word here? Benefit her business. There you go. We'll put it there. What? Just bro, just put it in. Fuck off and just put it in. Sassafras. Jesus. Believes it will benefit her business. No capitals. Reimu. There you go. Okay. Alright. So, Reimu would dress up because somebody told her that if she dressed up and it was Halloween, then more people would come to her shrine. So she believes if she wears a costume, it will be that reason. Will it be a good costume? Probably not. You know what would be funny? If Reimu dressed up like an actual shrine maiden. Like, she just wore the actual, like, hakama. And yeah. She doesn't need to dye her hair purple. It'll be fine. But she will dress up extremely half-assed because she believes it will benefit the business. Why Marissa? Why Marissa? Marissa's goofy ass. Already in a costume. Where's cute costume for fun? Because she's already wearing a costume. She's already dressed up as a witch, so she just does it for fun. She would her costume would be something silly, like a pumpkin on the head. And that's where PC98 Reimu goes to. Alright. Reimu will go here as well. Reimu wears cute costume for fun, because of course she does. Goku. Forced to by Another's will. That's where he goes. Because she goes here. Okay, there you go. But streamer, there's no information on these characters. Shut up. Okay? Shut up. One side wears the funny costume and the other has to dress up too. So there you go. There's your reason. Doesn't need to dress up, is already a monster. You give him a gun. That's where he goes. What is he putting on? Is he gonna put on 5 little hats? Is he gonna turn to 5 pumpkins? He is already plenty scary. He doesn't need a costume. Not him. Mima. Mima is definitely... Mima's a bit of a monster, but not quite. Okay, hold on, I'm thinking. This is probably going to be, You know what? No, you're right. She is already a ghost. She's got ghost legs. She goes right here. She's already... She's gonna do that Flying Dutchman shit where she just comes out of the wall and makes lightning crackle. She's got all the different cosmetics she could possibly have for that. You know, she can make lightning drop. She can make explosions happen. She's fine. Nope, not more tears yet. Shut up. Bro can't hold his load. Shut up. You know what? Just for you, you stupid bastard, I will take 1 singular drinky. Nope. No new tear. Just a single drinky. Here we go. A little sippy on the side. Alright. Whoa. Alright. Okay. Ellie. Ellie goes here. Because, of course she does. Kikuri. She is a giant moon. You know what? I don't feel comfortable putting her in that tier. Something's wrong here. I mean, she's just a big moon. But, you know, is she supposed to be scary? I don't know. It's kind of scary. Dude, you know what? You know how you give Kikuri a costume? You draw the Majora's Mask moon on her ass. That's how you turn her into that's how you dress Kikuri up. Just make her turn around and face you, not face you, and that'll be her costume. That's a good idea, streamer. I know, right? That's a really good idea. I thought so. I'm glad you agree. Oh, hold on. Just gonna move this slightly over. Hide the... There we go. Okay. It's not a Fumodor moment. What? It's a good idea. It's a good idea. You just don't get it. Sariel. Now, we always have fun with the PC98 characters. Oh, we do. She's not a monster. But she's going here. You know why? Because she's from Makai. She's from Makai, and I'm already decided where Shinky is going. That's what's happening there. Nope. Sorry, it's... Shinky declared national holiday. Everybody has to comply. So, that's why she must. She must dress up. Kongara. I'm gonna make a new tier. Scary costume to scare people. blood and sharp things. There. Bro? Add? What's the problem? Add tier? Come on. Scary costume to scare people. There you go. Word limit. I guess so. Alright. Scary costume to scare people goes tier. And that's where Kongura goes. Because she is an Oni. And, well, I mean, she's more like a Kishin. But that's a type of Oni. And the Oni, you know, they like to mess with people. So they would wear, you know, for Halloween, they would wear scary costumes. Or they would just, you know, not wear a costume at all. Because they, you know, they have, like, the horns. But, you know. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So it's the type that would wear a costume with the intent of really fucking scaring somebody. But the characters who wear the goofy costumes is they try to scare somebody, they don't really get it. Or they're just, you know, they're just having fun. That kind of deal. Genji. Genji will be forced to participate in Reimu's Ponzi scheme. So he will be dressed up as, I don't know, a tortoise. Give him a, you know what? Give him a blue band over his eyes. Make him Leonardo. That'd be kind of cool. Rika. Now Rika's interesting. She doesn't have a business. No. She wouldn't scare somebody. She wouldn't be forced to do it. She's not a monster. But would she wear... I don't think she'd wear a cute costume. No. Awesome, cool dude costume. Okay. Rika would wear something awesome because she would make a mech. Yes. Yes. Dreamer believes dressing up for business is better than dressing up for fun. No, I'm saying that Reimu would only dress up because she believes that it would be better for her shrine. That's why she's in that tier. You dum-dum. The other characters are having fun. Reimu is not fun. Reimu is business. Reimu thinks it's stupid, and then so she does not participate. And then someone tells her that it would get her more attention at the shrine, and so she has a Halloween-themed get-together. So that's why she wears a costume. So she only does it for her own benefit because she is an asshole. Why is a tier above fun then? Because it was the first tier I made at the top because Reimu was the first character. Shut up, okay? Shut up, Reimu number 1. Fuck you. Okay. I'll put her down here. Will that make you happy? Huh? Are you happy now? Am I gonna get here every second character? Hey, jackass? Hey, jackass? You want to tell me where you'd put this character? You want to tell me where you'd put this character in the tiers that I had originally? Did you know when I started I had 0 tiers, so I had to make a new tier for the first character? Did you even think about that? Or did you just type your stupid message in my chat because you're just so smart? Meta. Fun police, aka no friends to force. Meta. Meta. Meta would not dress up. She has no friends to convince her or get her to, so she's just going to be a prude and boring and stupid, and I hate her. Wow, streamer, that's mean. It's true, though. It's true, though. That's the thing. It's very true. It's very true. It's true. You can't argue that isn't true. Based on all 3 lines of dialogue that Meta has, and my obviously objective opinion of characters who barely exist. Yep. Anyway. So I think I'm gonna put Marissa in this tier. Okay, let me explain. So regular Marissa's already wearing a costume, so you know, she may think she's awesome, but she's also like 4'1", so she's adorable by default. But Mima student Marissa wants to, you know, she wants to be like Mima, so she's gonna dress up as Mima. That's her costume, and to her, that's gonna be the coolest possible costume. and that she wants to make it super cool. So that's why she wears the awesome dude cool dude costume. All right. Now that I've explained myself, post your so trues and we will move on. Evil Eye Sigma is a robot. Okay, there you go. Ellen. Easy. 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 Very easy. Very easy. You know what Ellen's costume would be? It would just be a onesie. It would just be a onesie of her cat. That would be Ellen's costume. I don't know if she'd dress her cat up, but that would definitely be her costume. This is okay. This is the part where you go so true, streamer. Come on, come on. Feed my ego. Feed my ego. You can't even say false either. That's the best part, because my opinion is so correct on that regard that, like, even if you said so false, you would be full of shit. You would be so full of shit. All right, Kotohime. Kotohime is a weirdo. She goes here. Oh, you know what? Sexy costume, freak material. There you go. Okay. That goes down here. She goes in here. Okay, there you go. She goes down here. She's gonna dress up like a police officer, and you know those sexy police officer costumes? Come on now. That's what's gonna happen here. Alright? You gotta think about what it is they're most likely to dress up in as well. You gotta think about that as well. And for me, Kotohime would dress up as a police officer, and she would wear that Officer Jenny ass outfit with the black stockings, and I am not projecting. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. You would do the same. You would think the same. You think the same. But you allow streamer to fall on his sword because you don't dare get the sword dirty with your own blood. Fuck you. Shut up. Kana definitely here. Now, this one's a bit of a twist, because Kana is the kind of character that would wear a scary costume to scare people. Oh, hold on. You know what? I gotta make another tier. Scary costume to scare. Gone wrong. There you go. Okay. Scary costume to scare people. Scares. Scary. Skater. Okay. So, now we have it. Shut up. Stop saying more tiers. Stop saying more tiers. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. There's a reason for it. These are tiers that matter. So, the top one is about fun. They're wearing the costume for fun because they're having fun, you know? But this is a tier for the characters who actually do want to scare people, but because they are squishy, they will not be able to do so. So that's why they will not be scary. And this tier is for the scary people who dress up in scary outfits and actually are able to scare people. That's what. Okay, that's why there's differentiating, alright? Now, shut up. Shut up. Turn your chat off. Turn your comments off. Alright. Where would I put Rikako? I would put her here. I'd put her here. Because I don't think Rikako has a stick up her ass. I think that she would make something cool. That's what I think. I have chosen this tier. Chiyuri, she's wearing a sailor suit. She is wearing a sailor suit. But she's still young. She's still young. She's still young. Yumemi. Yumemi's also actually pretty young. I'm gonna put her with the other science nerds. That's what. Look at that expression on her face. Does that expression strike you as somebody who is way too serious about their work. Come on. Can we please just move on? What are you talking about? We are moving on. Are you stuck in the past? We've gotten 3 characters in. Huh? Rukoto. This one's easy because that's not in her programming, so she will be dressed up. Mimi-chan does not need to be dressed up. It is a missile. You read that minutes late. No, I didn't. It's still on my screen. It's still on my screen. I every time I look over in chat, it's just more tears, more tears, more tears, more tears. Like, huh? Huh? Orange. Orange. No information. No information. I'm putting her here because I've decided this. There hasn't even been a new tier made. Why are you guys like 2 minutes behind? Could it be? Easy. Easy, 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 easy. Goes in that tier. Now, you know that Kurumi is going to dress up like the Grim Reaper. She's got that big scythe. Has to. Awesome, cool. She knows that she can be cool. That's what she's doing. There you go. It's happening. It's happening. Yuka. Oh, God. Yuka. What is Yuka doing? Oh, what is Yuka doing? No, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna put her in here. I'm gonna put her in here because I think if Yuka was to dress up, it's because all the itty bitties who you would see pallet around with her would convince her to do it. That's what I think. Alright? That's where we're gonna put her. She doesn't need to dress up, but she would probably end up being dressed up because I'm blaming Fantasy Maiden Words for this opinion because of Thing 1 and Thing 2 here. Thing 1 and Thing 2 here. Alright. Oh, this must be it's a different rendition of it. What is this? Yeah, it's Brilliant Diamond Shining Purple. Look at that woodwind. It's not bad. Mugetsu. She's already dressed up. She's also already dressed up. But she's actually scary. Wait a minute. You go here. You're already dressed up. And you're also already dressed up. You're both monsters. You're both freaks. You go in that tier. Alright. Okay, Sarah. Again, Makai, every resident of Makai is forced. But Sarah needs to look cool. You know what? She needs to look tough. But she's not tough. She's gonna try to look tough. Luis seems like she would participate in fun. Alice is going, yes, she doesn't have a choice. Yuki is going to wear awesome costume. Mai is definitely going to be in the forced tier by Shinki. Yumeko is going to be in the forced tier because of Shinki. And Shinki is going to be in the cute costume. Easy. Can you please stop? You're going too fast. Okay, I will now sit here for 2 minutes and let you digest all that information. How's that sound? Let me get a bottle. Have you parsed the information? You got it all yet? Ah! Ah! Ha! Alright, good? Everybody good? Everybody got it? Bro, he really posted that flan Halloween costume on his Twitter. Huh? He really did it. Why would he do that? Bro didn't even want to post it in Discord. Now he's posted it on Twitter? What happened? What changed? Not a Halloween costume, bro. All you do is stripper. What are you talking about? Alright. Next. Ruma. In here. Ruma goes here. I'm gonna dress her up as Flandre. That will be considered a scary costume. She can also go in the cute costume. But I'm gonna put her here because I want her to try and scare people. Bad streamer influence. He posted on Twitter first. Oh, I just got the notification now. Okay, never mind. Dayose, cute costume for fun. Yep. 100%. Awesome costume. Yep. Because she's so cool. I don't know if mailing would be forced. I think mailing would do it regardless, because mailing's chill like that. Mailing is chill like that. Kwakama? It's too easy. 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 Mailing would dress up in something cool. But she would just make it look cool by default. That's the thing. Patchy, that's a very, very easy forced into it. Same with Sakuya. A very easy forced into it. Remilia goes here. Yep. She dresses up as her costume. Her costume is going to be designed with the intent to be very spooky, but she's still Remilia-sized. And then her sister is going to go in this costume. She's just here for the love of the game. What is this? The place. It's freaking weird. Sakuya would only do it because she was told that she had to do it. Even if Sakuya would do it on her own, she would not act on it unless it was the okay was given by the head honcho. That's how the power dynamic works. Patchy would not do it unless she was forced to. That is incontestable. Sakuya might have fun with it. She'll have fun with it, but she wouldn't do it unless she got the okay. So in a way, she will be forced to do it regardless. That's what happens there. Alright. Letty, that's easy. Letty is easily in the forced tier from Goober1 and her pack of friends. Definitely forced into it. What would she dress up as? I don't know. Put her in a snowman costume. That'd be fun. No, I think Remy would want to look scary because in Remy's situation here, she would want to have a costume that really reflects the true nature of a vampire. So she would want to dress up like a big scary vampire, but then it wouldn't work because she's still like itty bitty, so it doesn't come off the same way. Now, it could be a cool costume, but it's more so the intent of it. And I think with her intent, it would be more of her trying to scare people rather than just dress up as something cool. Chen, cute costume for fun, easy. Alice, where does Alice go? Alice makes the costumes. I would say Alice goes here. I would say Alice goes here. I can imagine Alice making costumes for her dolls, but if she was gonna wear one herself, it would be because somebody saw that and they were like, "You should wear one too, Alice." And she's like, "I don't know." But then, you know, because she's friends with the fairies and she's friends with Marissa, so she has friends. She's not Meira, okay? Just put any character in that tier. Yeah, because there's a lot of stoic characters who don't really do a lot, but they have friends with characters who are very energetic and usually rope them in their shenanigans. Have you ever seen a piece of doujin in your life? Do you understand how many times characters in Touhou are involved in a plot because some other character who is known for getting into shit gets them involved in it? What do you think Patchy's entire career is? Patchy's entire fucking career is living in the library, and then Remy says, hey, we're doing this. And she's like, all right, guess we're doing this. What, like, Patchy doesn't act on her own very often. So there are lots of characters like this who would not actively participate unless they were told to. Reimu is a bit of a special case just because she has something to gain from it, but you could also put her in the force too by another's will. But I think it's more important to specify that she's doing why she's doing it. Why she's doing it. Lily already has a costume. It's called Lily Black, but she, you know, put her in a snowman costume too. Throw a sheet over her head. Call her a ghost. Spooky. Okay, alright. Now, Lyrica can actually go in 2 of these. I'd put her here, but I think that she could actually go in the same tier as Reimu as well. It depends on how shrewd you think Lyrica is. She is known to be pretty shrewd, but I think she's still more of a young girl at heart than anything, and she just want to wear something cute more than doing it for the sake of business. But you could probably put her in there. Lunasa. Lunasa I would put here. She would get roped into it by her sisters. And Merlin I would put here. There you go. That's the dynamic I have chosen. Lyrica would want to do it for fun. Lunasa would get roped into it, and Merlin would pick something exciting. And, you know, what exactly would Lunasa wear? I don't know, but that's not the point. It's fun to think about what they could wear, but that's not really the point. It's more the circumstances to it. But Streamer, your tiers are all... Shut up. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Alright? It's my tier list. I get to make and break the rules. Okay? Now shut the hell up. Alright. Yomu, that's an easy one. She wants no part. She wants no part of this holiday. Absolutely no part of this holiday. But unfortunately for her, the big pink has spoken. Now, Yiko... Oh, I love this track. It's from Bowser's Inside Story. Peach's Inner Castle. Yeah, Deep Castle. Great theme. So, you know Big Pink is out there trick-or-treating, right? What kind of costume is she wearing? She actually is kind of a wild card because she could fit in pretty much any of these tiers based on what you think of her. I think that she would go... Where would she go? It's a hard call to make. It's a hard call to make. No, I'm putting her in this one. I'm putting her here. I'm putting her in here. Okay? She's gonna wear the costume for fun. I don't think a cool costume would fit her well. I could imagine her trying to be scary. I can also imagine her accidentally coming off as sexy, but not meaning to. And I feel like that intent is what's keeping me from putting her in there. Even though it's kind of similar for the 2 redheads in here. Yuko's more cutesy just by accident, so I would put her in there. Ron, that's easy. Forced to by Yukari. Well, actually, this is... Okay, hold on. This is a little special. So this is based on how you believe... This is based on how you believe the family dynamic to work. So, Chen would want to do it, and Ron would do it for her. But then you have Yukari, right? Is Yukari doing it? Yukari's doing it. Yukari's doing it because she's a freak. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Alright? She's going there. Ron has to be the responsible adult. And she's taking Chen out. But then Yukari's like, Ron, what about my costume? And then she's dressed like a Silent Hill 2 nurse. And it's just like, Yukari. Oh, man. Oh, man. Alright, Wriggle. She is dressed... Wriggle is definitely going as a Kamen Rider character. That's an awesome cool dude costume. She's definitely going as that. Or she wears a giant outfit that just makes her look like a stag beetle. No in between. Kamen Rider or giant real like life-size stag beetle. That is upright and her head just pops out of like the neck of it. And that's her costume. That's her costume. Cool costume. Mistia would wear a costume for business, but also she would just wear it for fun because that's what she does. Kane, I think would... Okay. Kane, I think, would actually go here. Kane would go here. Let me explain myself. So, Kane could also just, you know, if it's full moon on Halloween, then she can do that. Or she can just do what she did in Genso Wander and pretend. But Kane would dress up, not because she was forced to, but because she feels like she should participate in the culture to it. And she would wear something, not cutesy, she would wear something that she would want to be deemed scary, but she would also tone it down to an extreme degree, so, you know, not to scare the kids. So her costume would be intended to be kind of spooky, but it wouldn't actually be scary at all because she didn't want to actually frighten anybody with it. That's why she would go, in that costume. So her costume is kind of half-assed, but in a way that's intentional, so she doesn't really scare somebody. But she's not dressing up in cute stuff, and she's not walking around like the four lasses down here. All right. Her costume would be extremely simplistic. It would be extremely simplistic. Tay. Tay is our second guest here. Tay is our second guest in the Reimu category for reasons I don't think I need to explain too much. Because you know how she is. Reisen. Okay, so Reisen is actually a bit of an interesting one as well. Because depending, again, on the dynamic between the Aente crew, she can kind of fit into a couple of these. You could put her in this tier. You could. You could also put her in this tier based on how Kaguya is. So it's mostly up to your interpretation of Kaguya, how this is going to turn out. But I think regardless of whether or not she's forced to or not, she's going to end up in the sexy costume tier. So I like to believe that Kaguya is a bit of whimsy character. I like that Kaguya, who her whimsy gets all of Aente engaged in some kind of bullshit, and Reisen always has to play along. So I put her there, but I do think that she would almost always end up in the freak material costume, just because. It's not her fault she's hot. What can she do? Eren is exactly the same, though. Eren is 100% the same. She is going to be forced into it by Kaguya, and she is going to end up in some freak material as well. This is all Kaguya's fault. And Kaguya is definitely going to go in this category, because Kaguya is not going to get Eren to make her costume, because she is, you know, she's the reason everybody else is getting involved. She's going to make her own costume, and it's going to be really not great. And it's just going to be, you know, it's going to make you smile. But she's doing it. She wants to be, you know, she wants to do Halloween the way it's intended, which is to be scary, not wear a cute costume, but it's just not going to come off the same way. Glorping, huh? Is that, what's that mean, huh? Could you give me the Oxford Dictionary definition of the word glorping? Please. Please, by all means. Moko. That's easy. That's easy. That's easy. She's getting forced into it. There's no way she does it. other than because somebody told her to do it. Other person being the only one who has contact with her in a positive manner. Aya's going in here. Aya isn't here. Aya would dress up because it would get her into places that are actively participating without much hassle, and that's good for business, so she will do that. What would she dress up as? I don't know. Medicine. I don't know if I'd say medicine would be forced to do it. I would say maybe here. So the reason for this one is you could argue cute costume, but I think because of medicine's attitude towards people still being more negative, she would want to wear a costume that would make people, fear her. What kind of costume would she wear? I don't know. But she would want to scare people. That would be the intent. And it wouldn't really work because, she's like 3'4". So, we're going to put her there. Now, Windows Yuka. I put a PC98 Yuka down here because, characters like Ellie and Kurumi specifically. But honestly, it wouldn't make much sense to put the Windows Yuka elsewhere because they're basically the same character anyway. And, well, there's other characters who would probably get Yuka involved in some way. And she wouldn't dress up on her own. She doesn't have a business. Komachi. I don't know what Komachi would dress up as. Dress her up like Ryuk from Death Note. She'd do it. Chance to be cool. Eigi's going in fun, please. Now, before you say anything, you could put her in the tier of Force 2, but the only character she has any real engagement with is Komachi. And depending on your opinion on their dynamic, which one is, more empowered than the other, between them, you could put her there. But I would put her in the category that does not, she's a little too, serious, so she wouldn't really participate. It's all about how you perceive the relationship between her and Komachi. That's how that one works. Alright? That's how that one works. Alright. Minariko and Shizuha. They love autumn. Halloween is in autumn. They're doing it. They're having a good time. Put them together. Hina. Would Hina? I don't know. Would Hina? Hina's always having a good time. She's always having a good time. But would she do it of her own volition? I don't know. Obviously the Autumn Goddess would. Would Hina's friends convince her? I wouldn't call her fun, please. I wouldn't call her a monster. People treat her like one. There's no benefit to her of business. I don't know. Spooky. I don't know, chat. I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard call to make here for Hina. It's kind of a hard call to make here for Hina. I don't think she would dress up in a sexy costume. I really don't. Now, she might end up looking like that regardless. I don't think she dressed up in scary. I don't think she dressed up in cute, though. Streamer is stalling. Streamer is thinking. He's thinking really hard. I don't know. I'm gonna cop out and put her here. I really don't know. I feel like she fits in almost every tier in some capacity, but I can't think of a real definite thing for her. So I'm just gonna put her in a tier that requires, you know, she just gets poked and prodded by her buddies until she ascends out. Her buddies being the mountain crew. That said, Nitori is definitely going here because that's the Kappa, baby. That's the Kappa. Momiji, that's easy. Forced to by another's will. She would never do it otherwise. Snaya's definitely doing it for fun because she knows all about Halloween. Kaneko is doing it for business. Kaneko is doing it for business. And Suako is being forced to do it because the other two are participating. Suako is a little more reserved of the trio. And now you could argue that she would also just go up here in the fun costumes, but I think it's more believable that she would not necessarily want to do it, but she would have to do it because of 2 to 3. The majority voted and said do it, and she's like, alright, fine. We're doing it. Alright, Kasume. She goes in the monster tier because who knows what's going on inside that bucket. Yam. She goes here. Maybe. Maybe. No, you know what? She goes here. Because she's a spider. She can take advantage of the fact that she's a spider so easily and just... Ooh. Ooh, scariest costume. Scariest costume by far. Parsi... Force 2. Yep. Yugi, I mean, just the fact that she exists is scary, so she doesn't even need to dress up that much, but she's scary by default. Satori, that's easy. Force 2. Force 2. Orin would do it for fun. Orin would do it for fun. Oku would be in an awesome dude costume because she's really big, so they would make sure to dress her up like that, and then Koishi would be here. And this is why Satori is forced to do it. They would make her really cool, but those two would wear fun outfits, and then Satori would be forced. Satori would be forced along because of course she would. Nazarin, easy. Very easy. Force 2. Kogasa. I don't really need to explain that one. Yep. Ichirin. I don't know. Ichirin's kind of hard one to pin down. Because I don't think she's the type to just do it for fun. I don't think she would dress in something very provocative either. I don't know if saying she'd be forced into it is correct. She could be in this tier. She could be in this tier. Because I don't know if like saying that she was forced into it would be as accurate as just saying she would actively participate for the sake of the temple. Which Unzan would be a similar way. And he does what she does, so, you know. Now the thing is, Unzan doesn't need to dress up, but he can shapeshift, so he can turn into stuff. This Pac-Man music. Yeah, so Murasa's doing this, and she's gonna do that thing where she emerges from the water, like the lady in the water, with all the fucking seaweed and the hair drooped over her head. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna freak people the fuck out. Would the Buddhism guys even celebrate Halloween? It's not about celebrating Halloween. It's about getting in good with the culture. Why do you think Reimu's doing it? It's business, baby. It's business. That's why we do it. Show is already cool. She's a tiger. Would Byakuya didn't just do it? She already wears the leather, dude. She already wears the leather. She would never do this willingly. No. No, she would never do that willingly. I think she would do it not necessarily. Okay, let me explain. So I don't think it would necessarily be a case of benefit for the business, but I think for her and for her reasoning, it would be the kind of thing like, oh, Halloween, spooky. It's a day where humans and yokai essentially can coexist, because during Halloween, yokai can just kind of come out and do whatever, and everybody just assumes they're in costume. So she would want to have a day. She would want to celebrate a day like that where everybody can just come to the shrine as they are with no potential prejudice at all, because everybody just assumes that all the yokai are there in costume. So it's a perfect day for getting along. So she would want to harbor a space for that kind of thing to happen. That's why she would do that. So it sounds kind of bad to say it would be like a benefit of the business, but it's mostly just a benefit to her creed in general. I think the Buddhist nun would definitely wear a skimpy costume. Well, buddy. Well, buddy. That sounds like a sin you have to confess at your own place. Alright? Not here. Go talk to the little raincoat wearing girl. She'll hear your sins. And then she will string you on a cross. Okay. And Nue is definitely going here. Nue is definitely going here. That's her whole MO, is scaring people. And she's good at it. Kyoko. Cute costume. Easy. Easy, 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 easy. Yoshika. Now, this one's a bit of a technicality, because Yoshika literally won't do it unless she's told to do it by Sega. Like, she will not do anything that isn't commanded of her by the talisman on her head. So, no matter what you believe, she will have to be in this category. She's already a monster. Maybe you're not listening. Maybe you're not listening, alright? Let me use my outdoor voice. Everything that Yoshika does is done because Sega makes her do it. Sega considers Yoshika, refers to her as her cute little Yoshika. She treats Yoshika more like a pet than anything. So yes, she would force her to dress up in something because that would make her cute. And that's the kind of woman that Sega is. A freak. Alright? Alright? Now that you understand, shut up. Doesn't matter if she's already a zombie. You're not listening. You're not listening to me. I don't care what you think. It doesn't matter what you think. What you think is pointless here. You're stupid. Sega does not see her as just a zombie. She sees her as her adorable Yoshika. You're not getting it. You're not getting it. You're choosing to not get it. Why do you choose to argue with the streamer when everything he says is 100% correct and accurate and real and objective? God damn it! Alright. Anyway. Let's get back to business, shall we? Alright. Tojiko. Tojiko is already a ghost who can summon lightning. There you go. Futo. Huh. I don't know. Futo's interesting. Futo's definitely not in the top tier. She's not in a cool costume tier. I don't think she wants to scare people. You know what? She might hark at this whole fiasco. I wouldn't say she's a fun police. I don't think it benefits her business at all. I would probably put her here because I just don't see her doing anything without having to be told to do it. But who would tell her to do it? I don't know. I don't know. Hard call. Hard call. Miko is similar. Like, why would Miko participate in something like this, right? Miko really wouldn't participate in something like this. But I wouldn't really call her a fun police with no friends to force. Would she dress up? Probably not. But I wouldn't necessarily call her fun police. I guess you could. I think you could. She's prudent enough. I'm gonna put her there. I'm gonna put her there. And Mamizo. Mamizo would definitely go here. Because, you know, she's a shapeshifter. She can do all kinds of things. She can do all kinds of things. Wagasaki Hime. Goes here. Yep. Bonky definitely goes here. She doesn't even need to dress up. Just the fact that she can remove her head is enough to scare anybody. Very easy. Kagero. No, I think she'd do it. I think she'd do it. I think she would. Ben goes here. I will not elaborate. And Yatsuhashi, I think would go... I think she would go here. I think she will go here. There you go. Seiya. I wonder. I think Seiya would definitely scare people. Would she be good at it, though? Would she be good at it? That's the question, right? Shimmy would be down here, going right along with it. I'm just not sure if what... Well, Seiya could use her ability, I guess, to enhance whatever it is she does, but I can't imagine her dressing up like anything super scary. I think she would dress up like fucking Shadow or something. Okay. And Raiko? I would put her here. Raiko's pretty shrewd when it comes to those business tactics. It's not that I don't think she could pull off something else, but I think her main reason would be something along the lines of band publicity. But she would wear something cool. She would have something cool, but her main reason for doing it would be that. Remember, in Alternative Facts in Eastern Utopia, she told Aya that the band was breaking up. The Prison Rivers were breaking up, and that got a news article. And then they reformed as the Prison River with H, which is just the Prison Rivers with Raiko in it. And they had an interview about that as well. And Aya asked Raiko why they bothered to announce they were breaking up in the first place if they were doing that. And Raiko told her the reason was so they could get in the headlines twice for more publicity. Like, oh, she's smart. She's a thinker. So that's why I think that her reasoning would lean more towards that than for just doing it. But she would probably be in an awesome cool dude costume because it's hard for her to not look cool. And she wouldn't want to scare people, you know. Satan. Satan and Ringo. I'd say it's pretty arguable for Satan, but I would probably put Ringo here for sure. Satan is a little more questionable, but I think Ringo would probably do something if only for the benefit of that. Doremi, she can do whatever she wants. Doremi can do whatever she wants. You remember when she turned into that big fucking mascot creature? Yeah, that was scary. That was a scary creature, alright? She can do that. Sagume, she goes here. Now, Sagume can also go in the Force 2 tier, depending on how you feel about her and her character relationships, but I don't like her that much, so she goes in the I'm not doing anything tier. Clown, she's gonna wear for fun. You know what? No, you know what she's gonna do? She's definitely in this tier. Remember her little slice of hell that she created under the Hakude Shrine to show the 3 fairies what hell was like? She's like, "Woo, check it out, hell's so scary." But it, you know, it was like fairy production. So that's how I imagine it. Junko goes here. Junko's also similar to Sagume, where she wouldn't be able to do anything. And Hikatia would probably be involved. Hikatia is the only reason why Junko would be involved, like, at all. And Hikatia is already wearing something kind of suspect, so she'd probably wear something even worse. She's not a good role model. You wouldn't expect the Queen of Hell to be a good role model, because that would kind of contradict the whole idea of her being, you know, so powerful that she's like the overseer of hell. You know, you don't get to... Anyway, whatever. Eternity, fun. Fairy equals fun. Nemono, fun please. Out in the woods, doesn't give a fuck. I'm buying her a puppy dog onesie. Alright? It cost me $250, but it's her size. And I'm gonna give it to her. Narumi. Narumi's pretty chill. I think Narumi's pretty chill. But hard to say. Who would force her? I don't think anybody would really force her. She doesn't have a business, not a monster. And definitely not fun police. I think I'll put her in the fun tier. Maya and Satono, the only reason they would do this is if they were told to by Okina. And would Okina do it? I don't know. I don't care either. She doesn't need to dress up. She is already a monster. Eika. For fun. For fun. Now, putting Urumi in literally anything other than what she naturally wears will result in her looking like this. But because of the outfit that she was given, she looks like she lives in a laundromat. All right. Kutaka. Now, Kutaka is cute, but she's actually like, she works directly for what's her name. So I think she would do it for fun though. She would dress up as a chicken. Oh wait, she's already a chicken. Yashie. Okay. There are a couple ways you can think about Yashie here. Number one, fun place. She would never do it. Nobody could convince her to do it. She's the boss. Number two, she's already a monster. She is. Number three, it benefits her organization. I don't know how it would, but it could. And number four, all the otters want to go out and they're like, come on. And she, you know, and then she's like, okay, fine. And so she goes out and she dresses like Bowser. So there are 4 categories here that work for Yachie based on how you feel about her. Is she a softie? Is she no nonsense? Is she all about the organization's growth? Is she very scary? Like there are different ways for her to be interpreted. And I like the idea that she has to go up because the otters want to go out, and she has to go along, and so she wears something. So that's the only way she would do it. Mayumi only acts on Keiki's orders, so she can't go in any other tier. Keiki might do it for the sake of faith. She might also do it for fun. Hard to say for her. But the animal realm politics are kind of messy. They're kind of messy like that. Would Saki do it? Would she do it? I think she would go here. I think Saki would do it of her own volition, just to make herself look cooler. That's it. She wouldn't be coerced by the wolves. In fact, she would end up getting the wolves involved because she would do it first. Because that's kind of how the power dynamic really works for them. It's all might makes right. Saki is the strongest. Everything she says is case in point. The Eagles are very arrogant, and they just follow Yuma around because Yuma is so cool. Yuma's so fucking cool that they're like, holy shit. And so they follow her around and formed a gang around her. I think that's really funny, by the way. Saki is all about might makes right, and all the wolves respect her and they follow her. Yashie is, you know, she's cunning. She has she can get what she wants, and she's got the otters, which are a lot less confrontational, more sneaky, and she's the overseer of them. And then you have Yuma, who just fucking vibes. She just does what she wants, and the Eagles are like, damn, she is so cool, and they formed a whole organization around her. They formed a whole group around her, and she's like, I guess I'm the boss. All right, whatever. Like, all of her responses in Touhou 19 are so nonchalant. Like, she takes Chiari in, and she's like, whatever, I don't fucking care. Like, go ahead. You're part of the gang, I guess. And, like, you do know, like, that Zamu has a hand in her being there, right? And just like, I don't fucking care. Whatever, man. Who cares? She's so chill about, like, everything. It's great. She's just that cool. And the Eagles are known to be very arrogant. So the fact that they can see someone like that and just be like, holy shit, she's awesome, really speaks volumes about how awesome Yuma actually is. She's a great character. Alright. Michael. No business. I'm gonna put her in the fun tier. Takane would do it for the business. Sanyo. She's already basically wearing a costume. I don't know. Does she even have friends? I guess Sanyo has friends. Kind of. With Lotus Eaters. I don't think she's really interested in scaring people. I don't know if she'd wear a sexy costume. It's not like it'd be any different than what she usually wears, right? No, I don't think she'd dress up to impress the gamblers. Because, like, why... Unless you were doing... I think it would actually be here, now that I think about it. Because if you were gonna dress up for a gambling parlor, you would want to have some kind of event going on, right? So she would do it for the sake of the gambling den, which is her business. But she wouldn't just do it. That's what I think. So she would only do it if there's some kind of special promotion for the day, kind of deal. Misamaru is a boring old hag. The sex fox is definitely going in this tier. Megumu is only doing it if it comes into business. And Shimada is the same way. Momoyo, oh, you're kind of scary. You need to dress up. Awesome cool dude costume. She's gonna dress up as Steve Minecraft. That's her character. There you go. Alrighty. Minky. I love Minky. Minky goes here. Scary costume gone wrong. Very, very easily. I enjoy a good monkey. Okay. Enoko. Honestly, no, I'm not gonna put her there because she's not a monster. But I am gonna put her here because it doesn't matter what she dresses up as. She has 2 active bear traps on her wrists. Like, that is already plenty scary. We don't need to play any games with that. Chiari is definitely in the scary tier because she's already gangly and gross. She's actually the kind of monster that stalks you in those fucking like Unity horror games that take place in decrepit 50,000-year-old buildings where everything is slime and gross and yucky, and she's just living there. There's nothing different about her appearance at all. She's just living there, and she goes hi, and you're like and you start doing the Unity run where you have like 5 seconds of sprint speed, and then your character remembers he's like 385 pounds and he can't run anymore for about 2 minutes. And Chiara's just like, bro, where you going? Huh? And she gets closer, and you also, like, it's harder to recover stamina the closer she is to you, because it's harder to get breaths of fresh air when she's in your general vicinity. It's like how in Yomawari, how your stamina gauge recovers faster when there's no enemies, but when there are enemies, it goes up really slow. But it's like that, but for Chiari. So when she gets close and you breathe, the air you're breathing becomes very pungent. It's hard to recover your stamina. So you gotta be very careful with your stamina management, because the closer she gets, the harder it is to get away from her. Which also actually works as a pretty good mechanic, because it means it's harder. Like normally when you play those horror games, you just kind of see you turn around, you see the scary, and you run at full speed. But the idea that the closer you let the monster get to you, the harder it gets over time to escape. I think that's a pretty cool mechanic. But there has to be a very like specific range for it, because otherwise it's, you know, it becomes like kind of impossible to get away. I don't really know specifics, but there you go. There you go. I thought that was a very good explanation. No, that was a very good explanation for a game mechanic that works for the character. Actually, that was a good ass description. All right, she goes here. And Zanmu goes here. She's already a monster. Okay. Understood everything. I hope so. It was actually a very good idea. Can you repeat all that info? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, listen up. So, the idea is that when you, in Unity games, and well, I mean, I'm just using Unity games as an example. In horror games, when you run, you have a stamina meter, right? And when you run out of stamina, your character cannot run anymore, and they have to catch their breath, right? So that's why you never fully run out of stamina in those games, because your character starts heaving because they're out of breath. So, the idea is with the monster, aka Chiari, and she gets close to you, she smells bad. So you take those deep breaths and your stamina recovers slower. So you need to be careful about your stamina, because if it gets too low and you start gasping to refill it, it goes up less the closer she is to you. So that way, you, instead of just seeing the monster and being like, okay, and then you sprint away, you actually have to pay attention to how you're managing your stamina to get far enough away that you can recover it and also get away from her. That's the idea. That's the idea I'm going for. Okay? You understand? It's hard to breathe with that powerful aura. So the closer she is, the less your air you're going to get back, because you're having a harder time breathing. Okay? Alright. Everybody understand? Does everybody understand? You know, I had a dream last night, chat, I had a dream last night. Let me tell you about it. I was in class, and we were skipping class, and I was in the hallway, and there were some guards, and I threw an item to distract one, and then I ran to the next room, and then I was in a very big crystal-like electric cave with some people I don't know, and we kept going deeper and deeper, and then we found like a cave entrance, and then one dude just started running, and I was like, wait, and so I started running after him. So me and one other guy are running after this guy, and we're just running through this cave, and it turns into like different landscapes. And I remember one of the landscapes was like, it was just outside. There was like a steep hill, and a bunch of trash rolled down the hill. And I was like, oh, that must be my objective. So I waited for the trash to go down, and I climbed it, and I climbed to the top, and I saw at the top, and there was like 4 or 5 bears up there, and I was like, okay, not going that way. So I instead I went down the path properly, and I just kept running and running, and I'm surprised I could run for as long as I did in the dream. But eventually we got to a point where the guy behind me was like, man, I don't know if I can keep going. It's not worth it. And I was just like, okay, bye. Like, I didn't even stop to talk to him. I was like, all right, bitch, see ya. Like, exits that way, fuck you. And I kept running, and I don't think I ever actually found the guy. And then I woke up and it was 4 a.m. It was 4 in the morning, and then I went back to bed. Okay. There you go. There you go. That was my dream. There was more information, and I forgot it because I didn't write it down like a fool. Alright, Suika. Suika goes here because she is too small to be scary. Well, actually, that's only partially true. If she can be very scary when she wants to be, but you kind of have to, you know, you gotta force it out of her. She can be very scary, yes, I know. Iku. Iku is forced to do it. And Tenchi is wearing awesome. Hiso Tensoku. He's a giant robot. He's a giant robot. Hitate doesn't leave her house. She's not going anywhere. Sunny, Luna, and Star. They all go here. Okay. They go here. Sunny and Luna are they you know, silly ghost costume, silly costumes, and then you see Star and you're like, haha, you're just like them, and then she hands you a box. And you pick up the box and it's ticking and you're like, And anyway, that's the scary part. Okay. It's like Hercule's present for you. That's what it is. Kokoro might do it on her own, I think. But I think somebody would probably get her involved, more likely. But I think she would still try it on her own anyway. Sumireko's costume would be pretty whatever. It'd be pretty whatever. Jungo's here because that's the way she is. That's the way she thinks. Shion. I don't think Shion is forced to do it. You know what? Yeah. Yeah, she will be. She's going here. She's going here. Yuma is awesome. Yuma is awesome. She may be small, but she is definitely capable of being scary. Alright? She's gonna go there. Akyu, I'm putting Akyu in this tier only because Kozuzu exists. And Kozuzu is gonna drag her out 100%. Kozuzu is definitely going to be the main reason why Akyu is getting involved. Yorihime and Toyohime, that's an easy one. They don't need to dress up because they are already monsters. Reisen would probably do this because fun. It would be fun. Kasem would only do it if she was forced to, because she's gonna stick so far up her ass that it inflates her 18 plus ratings to about 60+% on Borus. That's how far up that is. Renosuke would probably do it for business. And Tokiko would only do it if she was forced to, because she's kind of mean. Fortune teller, he is dead. Mioi would definitely do it for the sake of business. Mizuchi has no friends. And Renko and Maribel, I think... Renko and Maribel... See, I think either or could go in the forced category. It depends on who the instigator is, right? But I can imagine Renko... You know what? I can imagine Renko talking about a Halloween party. I think I can imagine her talking about a Halloween party and dragging Mary into it. That's what I would choose to believe there. Alright, chat, we did it! Clap emoji! Clap emoji! Clap emoji! Streamer did it. Once again, another 100% purely objective fact tier list. What a master. What a master. He's so good. So now we do the year end review, boys. So, top category. Top category. Cute costume for fun. Characters who are dressing up for fun. And they're not really, you know, they're not too interested in scaring people. They just want to dress up because it's fun. And their costumes are going to be adorable more than anything. And that belongs to this tier of characters. There's a lot of characters in here that are small and squishy. And also Shinki's here. She is anything but small, but she is definitely squishy. So is Yuyuko. And so is Wagasaki. Wait a minute. Okay, alright. Let's not try to find any patterns in here, alright? Let's just focus on what's going on. Anyway, most of the characters here are the kind that are full of bubbly energy. And they're usually excitable characters, and they would dress up. They're mostly dressing up because they hear they can get candy, and they wear something, and because of their general disposition, they're going to come off as adorable, regardless of what they do. That's kind of what I think with these characters. Not necessarily all of them, though. Like, obviously, Misty's not doing it for trick-or-treating, but I think she would do it regardless of whether or not it was beneficial to her business. Shizuha and Minariko would do it because it's autumm, it's their season. Sonai would do it for fun, but it's also good for business. Koichi would want to do it and then drag the whole family in with it, but Oren would still want to do it as well. So that's kind of the idea. Wagasaki Hime is a pretty lady, but also, like, she's very docile. It's kind of similar, I guess, in personality to Daiose, to an extent. So, she would always come off as, you know, like that. Kagero is similar as well. Maybe Yatsuhashi is arguable, but who really cares enough to argue about Yatsuhashi? And the second tier, awesome. So this is the one for the more, the cooler characters, slash taller characters, slash Rika, because she is anything but that. But Rika's also a very capable builder, so she would make something really cool for sure. So, character, you know, the cooler, taller characters, and also Churno's there because she's cool. Yuki is pretty cool. Mei-Ling, no matter what you put Mei-Ling in, she's gonna look one of two ways. All right, it's like a fucking metronome that goes between one to the other. The same with Komachi. Wriggle's wearing that Kamen Rider shit. But for the most part, these characters are characters who are... It's hard to make them look cute. They're almost always going to look cool, and any attempt to make them look cute is going to just turn them into a different tier altogether. So there's a main focus on how cool they are. That kind of thing. Scary costumes that scare people is for people who can actually, like, dress up in a way that's going to effectively scare people. Yam is a spider. That's pretty self-explanatory. Yugi is a big Oni. Murasa would definitely play like Drown Girl. Nue's whole MO is scaring people. Fear of the unknown. Mami's is a shapeshifter. Seki Banki can remove her fucking head. So I would say that's pretty scary. Seiya is a bit arguable. I just assume it's because she could use her ability to flip people around, but that's kind of cheating. Doremi can turn into whatever she wants. She's also basically Freddy from Elm Street. Enoko is there because of her bear traps. Chiari is there because she's very scary. Star is there because it's what she's capable of that's scary, more so than what it is she actually does. And Yuma is really cool, but it's because she's really cool that she's also kind of scary because, you know, she's just how she is. And then scary costume to scare gone wrong means characters who dressed up with the intention more so being, oh, what the fuck? I put you in the wrong tier. Oops. How did you get in that tier? I don't remember putting her in that tier. Anyway. Scary costumes to scare gone wrong is characters who want to scare people, but they, for reasons, mostly because they're too bubbly, their costumes don't come off as scary. And that's how Kana, Rumia, Remilia, Kogasa, you know, all these small characters. Suika can be very scary. Kane is the only real outlier, I think, here, because she's very... I think this is Sadako's theme from, yeah, Hisako's theme from Killer Instinct. Alright. What was I saying? Kane's the only exception, really, here, because she would deliberately dress up in a way that isn't scary. It's not really that her disposition makes her not scary. It's just she's intentionally downplaying her costume to not scare people. But pretty much every other character here is too much of a goober to be able to scare people. But it's their main intention, because most of these characters also fit in the top tier anyway. But it's because of their intention to scare that it's outweighed by the fact that they're adorable. I mean, look at those big smiles on the bottom row. See them? Look at those big old smiles. Alright. And then sexy costumes, freak material. Pretty small list, but for the most part, it's the characters you'd expect. The ones who aren't really cool, they're not necessarily cute, but the kind of costume they would pick would result in way too much accentation to their bits. Merlin would do it because Merlin would do it. And, you know, they would all do it because they would do it. But some would have more success than others. There's quite a discrepancy in body size type for these characters, huh? Like, Merlin, Tsukasa, and even Jun, depending on who you ask, comparatively to Hisami, Urumi, and, like, fucking Yukari and Seiga. Quite a contrast, but not too many characters would go real freak like that. And I feel like in Kawakuma's case, she would just end up dressing up like something and end up being sexy as a result, but no matter what she did. But other characters would deliberately wear something a little more along those lines, like Seiga, for example. But yeah. Other one forced to be by another as well. This is like the second biggest here because there's a lot of characters in Touhou who do have companions that are more in the other tiers and would drag them into the shenanigans. Happens all the time. They're probably wondering, why is the guy and Sariel there? The guy is there because I put the girl in the tier where she wants to dress up, and anything she does, he has to comply. And Sariel is there because she's from Makai, and Shinki made a royal decree that everybody shall celebrate Halloween so she can take Alice trick-or-treating. So everybody who lives in Makai is forced to participate in Halloween, whether or not they choose to. That is why Sariel is there, because she is from Makai, so she has to participate for the sake of Shinki's order. Alright. Genji as well, because Reimu. Rukoto is a robot. Yuka, because of Ellie and Kurumi. Mai, because she's Mai. Yumeko, because she's Yumeko. Patchy's whole MO is getting forced into things by Remy. Sakura is similar. Letty, of course, by the fairies. Alice by her fairies and her friends. Lunasa by her sisters. Yomu by Yuyuko. Ron by both Chen and Yukari. Reisen by Kaguya. Same extension to Eren. Moko by Kane. Still the same deal with Yuka. Hina's kind of a stretch, I admit. Hina's definitely a stretch. She has like a bit of presence in every category, and I couldn't really find a super good one for her, so I left her in there. Momiji wouldn't do anything unless she was forced to by either the Great Tengu or Aya shenanigans. Suako because Kaneko would, so she has to go along with it. Parsi because she just dismisses everything. Satori because she's Satori, but of course she would participate because everybody wanted her to. Nazrin because she's stubborn. Yoshika because that's literally how she does anything. Futo is kind of an oddball. Junko doesn't do anything. Nobody cares about Mai and Satono. Yashie because of my interpretation. Mayumi because she only does what Keiki orders. Iku because babysitter role. Kokoro because I don't really know. She's arguable as well. Xion could be in a couple places, but I put her there because she usually gets roped into shenanigans from Jun. Akio because Kozuzu. Kassen because Kassen. Tokiko because she's not really much of a character, honestly, but I always assumed her be similar in both pride and stubbornness to Nazrin. And then Maribel, who again is also questionable, but I chose to interpret it as Renko usually leading the charge and bringing her along. Benefiting business is self-explanatory. The only reason they're participating in the holiday and dressing up is because something will benefit them. Reimu sees more donations, take and catch a profit. Aya sees it easier to work. Profit, faith, faith. It's not so much business for Byakuren's crew, because it's more about them being, like I said earlier, how humans and yokai can be together on the same day without having to wear disguises or anything like that. Raiko's definitely business. Seiya and Ringo, business. Keiki, kind of like faith. Takane, business. Sanyo, business. Business. Mainly business. Again, there can be other reasons within the business category, but the point of the category is the heaviest deciding factor, in my opinion, as to why they would do it. Doesn't need to dress up because they're already a monster. It's the characters that are, monsters. They're scary creatures. And also Lunarians. And then the fun please, which are characters who are stubborn and serious and don't really have friends. So they don't participate and they have nobody to egg them on into doing it. Now, you could argue Miko if you want. I don't really care. But the other characters are pretty much no-nonsense stoic characters who wouldn't really participate in something unless they were forced to by an outside party. And there's not very many outside parties to connect to these characters in which would result in them participating at all. And there you go. There you go, chat. I did it. 1 hour and 32 minutes. A tier list I had an idea for like 2-3 hours ago, and we have completed it. What do you think, chat? If you had to give it on a scale from 10 to 10, what would you give it? Go ahead. Please be honest. Please be honest. That's not a number out of 10. Alright. You guys are really bad at this. I gave you one option to give me, and you're not giving me it. Very impressive. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this silly list. It's a bit of a last minute idea, but I'm actually kind of happy with how far we were able to carry it. It's fun to talk about, and I liked my game idea with Chiari. I did. So I hope you enjoyed as well. Happy Halloween, but it won't be Halloween when this uploads. And I'll see you in the next stupid idea that I have.